Okay, this section is called Zeros of Linear Functions. All right, remember linear, what word do you see in linear? Line, just making sure y'all are awake. Okay. All right, I'm going to give you 4 words, 4 definitions. They're going to be very short. Then I'm going to give you about 2 or 3 examples, and then I'm done. Okay, for this part. Does that sound good? All right, I know y'all are waking up. I get it. What's that? No. No, good try. Good try. Remember, we got a busy day, so I do need your undivided attention, okay? Please give me that. All right. First one is just a reminder, linear function. This is a function. For which the graph is a line. Number 2, there's something called the parent function. The most simple, bless you, is as follows. F of x equals x. Number 3, family of graphs. It's kind of silly. And it's exactly what you would think. It is a group of graphs that are similar. So we have the linear function. It is, if you graphed it, it's a line. All right, the parent function, and I'm going to kind of box and highlight the important part, is f of x equals x. I will show you this graph shortly, okay? This is a graph, this is a line. Family of graphs is a group of graphs that are similar. Actually, I said 4, I'm going to give you 5. The next one is something called the root, R-O-O-T. The root of an equation is any value that makes the equation true. One more. 0. I'm going to star this because this is basically what the whole section is about. Zeros located at the x-intercept. of the function, which is just a fancy word for now of saying line. I'm going to move it. Is that better? Okay. All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you this back, so give me 1 second. I'm going to show you what the parent function is. No, yes. So here is f of x equals x. All right, so y'all just watch what I'm getting ready to do, okay? Just watch. All right, so we have the origin. This is basically saying y equals x, okay? I'm telling you this is a line. So if y equals x, we can do this together. That means if x is 1, y is also 1. Therefore, 1, 1. You see? If x is 2, what is y? 2. If x is 3, what is y? 3. Do you see where I'm going? All right, let's go in the negatives. If x is negative 1, what is y? Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Do you see the parent function? Okay. That's it. Okay. That's all you do. Why do you need to know that? It's just one way of showing you for the next section. This is a slope, positive slope, okay? And we will come back to this. All right, I'm going to move this. I'll give it back to you in a second. Somebody read the definition of zero one more time. What does that say? Located at the x-intercept. Okay, that is basically what we're dealing with today. All right. Looking at this example, if I give you this equation, and I would write this down, because this is what you're basically going to be doing here. 2x minus 8 equals 0. I want you right now to solve for x. What do we get? X is equal to 4. Everybody got that? All right. So far, this is review. This is early chapter 2. Actually, section 2 to be exact. Now, I'm about to give you 4 things that all mean the same thing. Okay, this is where language comes in. When I say language, I mean vocabulary. If I say one thing, it's going to mean the same for the other 3. All right, so look at this. This is your x-intercept. All right, write down what I'm getting ready to write down. Four is the x-intercept. More specifically, 4, 0. You remember on the x-intercept, you let y equal 0? Y'all remember that? All right. 4 is the solution of that equation that we just did. Four is the root. And one more, and I'll change papers. 4 is the 0 of the function f of x equals 2x minus 8. I'm going to get a highlighter just so you can see x-intercept, solution, root, and 0. All right, knowing that, I'll give you one more second. We're going to do a few examples and then I'm done with section 3. Guys, this means the same thing, all of this. X-intercept, we've done. 0 is the x-intercept, okay? Can I move this? All right, new paper. All right, so what kind of questions will you have for homework, on a quiz, on a test? All right, let's go over that. Example number 1. The directions could say, find the 0 of the function. All right, so find the 0 of the function. All right. First step, set equation equal to 0. So you have 0 equals 3x plus 3. Now solve for x. Do that now. What do we get? -1. Who got -1? Okay. Guys, keep in mind, the directions say find the 0. Okay, as a reminder, zero is also the x-intercept. Remember how you found the x-intercept? What do you let equal 0? Y. All right, that's why step 1, set equation equal to 0. So our x-intercept is -1, 0. Okay, so what is the 0 of the function, -1. And actually, the correct answer is -1. Do you see how this is kind of review? Okay. So the first way you're going to be asked is find the zero of the function. The zero is also the x-intercept. Well, how do you find the x-intercept? You let y equal 0. I'm going to put this up here as a reminder. Okay. Right there. Right. One more example. Find the zero of the function by graphing. Whoops. Here's your function. So we're going to do this together, obviously. We're going to find the zero of the function by graphing. So now we're going to make a table. So let's do this. We're going to pick our x's. Here's our work. Get our y. And then we have, all right. So what do we want our x's to be? What's the easiest one we usually try? 0. Let's do 1, and I'm going to do -1. And I'm going to go ahead and throw in 2. So we have 4 x's, and all we're doing is trying to find the 0. Remember, the 0 is the x-intercept. Okay? So let's do the work. We have -2 times -1 plus 6, -2 times 0 plus 6, -2 times 1 plus 6, -2 times 2 plus 6. All right, now let's do the work. -2 times -1 is 2. 2 plus 6 is 8. 0, 6, 4, and should be 2 and 2. You see the pattern? Now this is, let me be clear. We are doing this by graphing. So we're going to find the 0 by looking at a graph. Okay? All right, so let's get our points. -1, 8, 0, 6, 1, 4. As a reminder, this is your y-intercept. And 2, 2. All right? So how many points do we have here? Y'all wake up. How many points do we have? 4. All right. I'm going to get me a new piece of paper, so just let me. All right, so I'm going to graph this, if you can, please sketch at the best of your ability a graph on your paper. So I'm going up to 8. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm going to move this right here. Okay, we're going to do our points. -1, 8. -1, 8. 0, 6. Here is our y-intercept. 1, 4. 2, 2. My plotting is off. Holy cow. Give me 1 second. Probably want to be closer here. I'm not even going to take that because that's just terrible. Real quick. Will you put your mask on and give everybody one of these? I'm going to use a real graph. Hold off on drawing on that graph if you want to, because you will be able to cut that into small pieces if you want. All right, so we have there we go. Here's my x-axis, here's my y, right? I recommend you just watch me here. Okay? That's just terrible. I'm throwing that away. I'll get it. You're welcome. Okay, now, before I draw my line, I'm making this take way too long. The 0 is the x-axis. So I don't have a point on the x-axis. Can somebody tell me by looking at it what they think it is?
Line.
I'm talking about the x-intercept. Look. Yeah, should be 0, 3. Do you see this right there? All right, so let me draw my line. Yeah. And there it is right there. There is your x-intercept, which is also your 0, and that's your answer. Going back to the problem, number 2, find the 0 of the function by graphing. We did a table, we picked our x's, and now we graphed. We had our points. By looking at the graph, we can find the x-intercept. I'm going to give you a hint. If you will, go ahead and get out your book on your iPad and turn to page 155. Sorry, 154. I'm not sure why I did. Yeah. 154. Your classwork is 5 problems. 11, 13, 15, and 17. Sorry, it's just 4. Is everybody there? Page 154. I need you to look at the directions, okay? For all 4 of these, the directions say as follows. Find the 0 of each function by graphing. Okay, that's what we just did. So I need to see 4 graphs. Do y'all understand? Okay, there's 2 parts to this. I'm going to get a new piece of paper, okay? And I'm going to leave this up for you. For classwork and homework, the first thing I want you to do is let f of x equal 0, which also means let y equal 0. Same thing. Number 2, I want you to graph using a table. What this does here, what number 1 does is this gives you the y-intercept. Remember, y-intercept is a point. Okay? I also want you to graph using a table. Okay? So you have 4 problems. Wow. The first thing I want you to do is let y equal 0, find the x-intercept. Then I want you to graph using a table. That y-intercept should fall into that line when you graph. Okay, go ahead and do that now. You have 11, 13, 15, and 17. Let me remind you, you will have some of these for homework, which will be graded tomorrow. So please make sure you follow along. We will go over these 4 very shortly. And it's your responsibility to make sure what I do is what you do. Okay, there's 2 parts to this. Let y equal 0 to find the x-intercept, and then you're going to graph using a table. All right?